All right, so today we're just going to talk about how you simplify an expression by using the distributive property, or this says with distribution here, okay? So basically all we're doing, we're not even solving today. We're just trying to simplify expressions, and we're going to practice with the distributive property, which can be a little tricky at times, especially with negative numbers. So let's look at our first example here. They want you to rewrite this expression here in simplest terms. So basically all we're doing here is we're going to take this negative 10 here with, since it's in front of these parentheses here, and we're going to distribute it. So that means that it's going to multiply the negative 5c. It's also going to multiply the 4c, and it's also going to multiply the plus 7 there. So when we do this, when the negative 10 multiplies the negative 5c, we're going to get negative 10 times negative 5 is positive 50c. And then when negative 10 multiplies the positive 4c, we're going to get negative 40c, because negative 10 times 4 is negative 40. And then when negative 10 multiplies the 7, we're going to get negative 70. And then I'm going to leave this negative 3c here because we haven't really done anything with it yet. Okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to combine what we call like terms, right? So we talked about this a little bit earlier this week. So you have a c here and a c here and a c here. So the goal now is to just combine all of these like terms together. So anything that is underlined in red here, we're going to combine together. And then anything that doesn't have a c in it, I've underlined in blue, will get combined together, okay? So as far as stuff with c's in it, we have 50c right here, right? Minus 40c and then minus 3c. So what is that going to be? That's going to be 50 minus 40 is 10. Minus 3 is 7. So I like to just do it all together. So that's 7c minus 70. And so this comes from all the red right here. And then the negative 70 comes from the blue. And then this is it. This is your answer right here. So when you write this in simplest form, it means there's nothing else you can combine. There's no more like terms to add or subtract. And that's it. So that'll be your answer for that first one. And then the rest of these are just kind of like this. So we're just going to do a few more examples here. And then I'll give you guys some time to work on that Delta Math assignment. We'll get you out of here. Okay? So we're going to distribute this 3 here. When you multiply 3 by negative 3f, you get negative 9f. 3 times negative 2 is minus 6. And then we're going to leave the minus f there. And then from here, we're going to combine like terms. So there's a negative 9f and a negative f there. So if you have negative 9f and you subtract an f from that, that's going to give you negative 10f. And sometimes it helps me to think about subtraction like this as if it were money. So if you owe somebody like $9 right here, and then you owe them one more dollar, really you owe them $10. So that helps me. If it's confusing for you, then don't worry about it. But that's it. That's your answer there. So negative 10f minus 6. All right, next one. We're going to distribute the 3 here. So 3 times w is 3w. 3 times negative 9w is going to be negative 27w. 3 times 8 is going to be 24. And then we're going to subtract 10w here at the end because I can't really do much with that yet. So now I'm going to look for anything that has a w in it. So I've got 3w minus 27w minus 10w. So if you do 3 minus 27 minus 10, that would give you negative 34w and then plus 24. And that's it. That's simplest form. All right, how about this one? So this one we got a couple distributive issues going on here. So we're going to do the 4 first. So we're going to have 4d, and then plus 4 times 9 is 36. And now we've got this negative 8 that's going to get distributed. So negative 8 times negative 3d is plus 24d, right? Because the two negatives, when you multiply them, they make a positive. And then negative 8 times negative 3 is plus 24. So what you've got here is you've got a couple terms with d there, and then you've got just these numbers here. So if you just add the terms that have d there, you get 28d plus, and then 36 plus 24 is 60. So that would be your final result there. All right, next one, last one here, I think, right? Yep, that's it. Okay, so we're going to distribute here. Negative 8 times 7y would give you negative 56y. Negative 8 times negative 8 gives you plus 64. Negative 3 times 7y gives you minus 21y. And negative 3 times negative 7 would give you plus 21. And then I'm going to look for all the y's. So negative 56y minus 21y is going to give me negative 77, I think. 56, yeah. And then plus 64 plus 21 makes 85 when you put those together. So that would be your final result there. All right. If you guys have any questions, make sure you pop in and check with me.